is ashamed of us. His ton of salt is stupidity of highest order. We are displaying. The world is ashamed of us, Momodu. Who is interviewing this man? Who is asking this man questions? Which one his ton of salt is stupidity of the highest order? What does that mean? I don't understand. Is it not the ton of the salt? What is he saying? In a recent interview with the Sun on Sunday, May 3rd, Dele Momodu, former presidential aspirant and member of the African Democratic Congress (ADC), has called for a completely open contest for the African Democratic Congress (ADC) presidential ticket, saying every aspirant should be allowed to freely compete without bias or restriction. Which one be every aspirant should be allowed to compete? Insisted that party members should not focus on where a candidate comes from. This time around we are going to focus on. We are really going to focus on where the candidate is coming from. Maybe after this one, maybe from there we will not focus on. When we've gotten it right, we will now say, okay, anybody that wants to contest should contest, because okay, if this person is qualified, then the person can be. But for now, it's Peter Obi. Nobody else is coming close. Don't tell us that rubbish. Don't tell us that rubbish. What is that? We should focus on where the candidate comes from. We should not focus on where the candidate comes from, but on what the person can offer. According to him, aspirants should be made to present their qualities, their qualifications, and clearly explain why they are better than others in the race. Momodu warned against the growing influence of zoning politics, where leadership positions are shared based on region rather than ability. He described this approach as harmful to democratic growth and unfair to capable candidates. But babe, go and sit down. Even about says, bros, relax. Relax. I used to like you and hold you in high esteem, but not anymore. I'm telling you. You be Atiku man, obviously now. Obviously. He's not hiding it. Why did Atiku and his boys walk out of PDP convention to form PDP in 2013? No be the same rhetoric of GAG having allegedly agreed to do a single term. Rest, Kwano. See what I says now, today you know. Is it today that you know that one? Miss Abami says, hey, what's all this now? Kudere, why is the shame about? What about the Northerners? Who will only vote for Northerners? No shame on that. Don't mind him. Friday promises, how useless man should try and be ashamed of himself. I believe you not get children, or your children know they see your foolishness. I blame the people that are actually interviewing him. Why are they interviewing him? ADG says, your statement has shown where you belong. This your statement will haunt you and your children years to come. Edwin says, so sharing formula has now become shameful because you are standing with Atiku Abi and for your own personal gain. May God forgive you. McGregor said, now that Obi has abandoned you, you can go ahead and run as a presidential candidate against Atiku and Okonkwo and make you only one VP slot. Olakito said, just like people like us are ashamed of how wretched your life has become. You have sold your soul to the devil just because of what you will eat. You no longer value your birthright like the biblical Esau. I pity your future, Edmond. I'm telling you. Someone says, well, that was what the North, especially Atiku, used to chase GEG out. Abi, is that not? Yeah. Stanley says, we'll say the same when it's the turn of the North. We are watching. Chukwudi said, you should be ashamed of yourself. Big head. Money said, Momodu should stop abusing us because of Atiku. Fulani Atiku has no place in present-day Nigeria. It is the South turn. Yes, now it is the turn of the South. Next election, you can say that one. It is Obi or Tinubu, no matter how terrible the latter has turned out to be. I'm telling you, if it is not going to be Peter Obi, people would rather have Atiku to just continue. People would rather just have Tinubu to just continue, not to put Atiku there. Kano says it's stupidity because you want your man to run. He's definitely running against the political tide of Nigeria because zoning has become part of our democratic parties. Exactly. We've been doing zoning since, so why do you want it to stop now? Obi Mwanya says moronic buffon who was bankrolled by Atiku is ready to say that white is black as long as it serves his purpose. Olade just says because you are looking for where to eat bread and butter, that's why you are begging for Atiku for your information. No way. South will complete their 8 years. If Southerners let them go and bring market women, that 8 years must complete. It must complete. Ezra says, Momodu, you too should be ashamed of yourself. it is the turn of the South, whether you like it or not. Victor Oruru says the whole world is ashamed that Atiku is destroying every political party he gets into because of his toxic ambition to be the presidential candidate. I'm telling you, it means that he doesn't really care about Nigerians. He just wants to be there by all means, and that means that he has an agenda. That agenda will fail because what is he looking for? What is he looking for? Joyce says Nigeria is a multilingual country divided between North and South. Any peace-loving person will support rotational power between North and South. This is the best arrangement, I'm telling you, ever produced by a politician. This is exactly the reason Jonathan was removed from office. Because they claimed that it was the turn of the Northerners, and so they removed him. So why? So why will it be? They should not say it is because it is the turn of this person. Any person should contest. So who told you that Atiku is competent? Who will vote for Atiku? They play. At Santi says you are being driven by personal interest because you are equally out of the race. There is no time for stomach infrastructure, but physical development infrastructure. Eka says Momodu is becoming more confused each day. I'm telling you. Ayilala says you are the one that is really stupid though. You are the one that is really stupid. Nduke says you are disappointed, right? Yeah, sorry. Stop crying. It didn't make sense anymore to me. I'm telling you. Truth says another big fool has been spotted and confirmed. General public, please take note of the latest fool. Sebastian says the world is ashamed of you, Dele Momodu. Where were you when the North ruled with understanding for 8 years because it was their turn? But unashamedly, because of your selfish interest in Atiku, you want to shortchange the South with your stupid postulation. Don't mind him. Holiday says you should be ashamed of yourself, okay? Why is the argument of North and South coming up over and again? Was it not because of injustice? Even if you want to go for capacity, is it Atiku that you are going for? The stupidity in your part is that just want your candidate Atiku to fly. You already knew from the onset that you are all deceiving Obi and you are angry that he left. I'm telling you. It is well. Kerry John says there is nothing like South and North divide but 6 geopolitical zones. There are 3 geopolitical zones that have not occupied villas since democracy started in 1999, North Central, North East and Southeast. If you are talking of zoning, in 2015, was zoning obeyed? Do not believe that they have been shortchanged after the death of Yar'Adua. They asked Jonathan not to contest, but he refused. Did not decide to use Buhari as a rally point to get power. Tinubu supported the North to defeat Jonathan. So why? Do you now want to shortchange us and say they should just allow anybody? They should not think of region or whatever. It's not going to happen. Dele Momodu. It's not going to happen. Atiku boy. And listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.